so cold here.
Bill Stars.
Why, hello there! I'm Bill's. For instance, did you know that New Homestead was one of the first colonies established outside of Earth?
Oh.
It's been populated in some capacity for over 200 years.
200 years. That's actually wild.
Well, there's plenty more where that came from if you're interested in taking one of my So what do you say? Why would I want a tour? Well, let me tell you. If you've ever wanted to know, definitely check out the Brown Horse Tavern. Avoid spending too much, any more than that. Excellent! Now there's just the matter of...
Oh my god.
Great! Let's get...
Did you see those wind turbines out there?
So,
Wow.
this is New Homestead's main concourse. This
Word of advice?
underground area
Steer
didn't
clear
exist
from
when
the
the
doctor.
original outpost, Titan Astro Base,
Have a problem
was
with
finished in
tourists.
2130. Follow me. We'll come back here by the end of the tour and talk about the museum collection. But first, let's go see where people live.
Give me a
I'm
second.
learning so much here.
These people aren't
Everyone
actors.
should
They
visit at least
actually
once in their
live
life.
here, so try
Oh.
to be respectful.
Old computer. Computers have existed in some form since Charles Baggage's difference engine in 1822. The years from the mid-20th century to the early 21st century were some of the greatest advances in computing technology as computers shrank from gigantic room-sized devices filled with vacuum tubes to small boxes filled with microprocessors like the ones you see here.
While the original inhabitants of the Titan Astro Base lived in pods like you saw up above, they transitioned down here when this section of the base was finished in 2144. Space is extremely limited, so you'll notice some overflow here, but more residences also exist on lower levels, which are inaccessible to tours. I'll stop at each of our destinations if you want to look around, or if you have any questions for me. Have any questions? Sadly, it's difficult to get additional construction. So for now, additional populations are housed in these stacks of old shipping crates.
Oh wow.
It's not glamorous. The original Titan Astro Base had more habitation pods on the surface connected to some of the old structures. As the colony grew, the base was expanded on... I'm not sure the exact count, but New Homestead is a... What you see is what you get. Some... Oh, sure, I'll be here waiting.
All right.
You'll never catch me.
I'm gonna see if we can find anything around here that's useful in any way. Ah, forgot Hadrian's. Why is there a marker on the dock here?
I'll treat you if you need it, but please try to be more careful. Great! Another... They do, but they're... I appreciate that you're trying to set me at ease. Sorry for how I responded. It's not you, it's me. Anyway. It's a harsh world, but as there's no breathable air. New Homestead was an early... Don't worry so much. Even though we have fewer... For anything else? Okay, the good news is you'll live. Bad news is I'm almost out of antiseptic. This will be quick. I think that's it. I don't have a whole lot.
I can buy medical supplies from here. Oh, she sells a single mid-pack.
I don't. And on top of it, the problem is that most of the tours, and often I have, so not only, actually, maybe there is. I have an idea that may be best suited for someone. So I bought a realistic monster costume.
What?
The plan was to wear it, scare tourists away. I figure that once, maybe, I'm not sure. And you know these.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Fuck it.
good. Here's the costume. With any luck, they'll run.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Where do I have to go?
Hi there. Always nice seeing a new face.
We were learning about Jemison in my class the other day. Can we go there someday, Mama?
I just want to see what the reaction is in first or in third person. I want to see what happens.
We take vandalism seriously here.
I'm not even following the right mission. There. What the hell are tourists doing by the methane tanks?
Thank God! What is that thing? It's going to eat us! Run!
This is ridiculous. Oh, so what I ran through. Cool. I get back inside though. Was the exit over here by any chance? No, the pods end here. Oh my god, I can't remember how to get inside. I'm not used to playing this game in third person. I'm just realizing. I should do a whole episode in just third person. I wonder what the combat is like, honestly.
Hello there. The museum.
Alright, dog.
What can I do for you? I bought it from a private seller. I guess it was supposed, but I guess that went nowhere. Oh, thank you. Tell you what, if you want to come back later and do this for me a couple more times.
Did it just take the costume off me and then not put on my suit? It's, Alright, so I can come back here. That's interesting.
Have any questions so far? Alrighty. Let's leave these good people alone for now. Go check out the farms. Follow me up the elevator.
Oh, you don't. Besides, I'm not. You do? The crates are what we call the living quarters for the poor people. They're comfortable in... Okay, well, no. Not, but... I keep having to take...
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? Fuck it.
What? Really? Well,
I can have this for
I'm
20
trying
grand.
to finish up my undergrad schooling, but I also do some. Sometimes I help Jay out at his shop. It's not as fat. because on
I made so much money in this game.
Later.
I think I can afford to lose some, right? I have 100 grand. No. I have 1,002,000. I have $1,002,234 for credits. I have more than enough money to spare. When did I hit a mill? What have I been doing?
Maybe closer to Earth, but we do a better
I've been playing the game and all, but like on my own, just doing random shit. But I didn't realize I was making that much money. Guess I don't really notice when I'm not recording. I'm just playing and just fucking around.
Off-worlders always ask how I can live here. I wonder how they could live anywhere else.
Well, I wasn't stealing, so stuff in here isn't stealing either. Interesting. Fields of evergrass. Sounds cool. To the surface. Alright, Bill Stars Sap.
It's a little weird that people come
New
here to see
Homestead's
what early
farms are
colony
the
life was
beating
like.
heart of the colony.
To me,
Without
it's
them, the
just how we
original
live.
outpost would have shriveled and died.
Okay.
These pods are sealed and climate controlled, the perfect environment for growing the hydroponic vegetation needed for survival in the early days of the colony.
Cool. You go. You still back here?
Papa, you're always talking about how important it is to preserve our traditions. But why do we have to farm? How is that part of our tradition?
So yeah,
Well,
did I just
we
find your
can't
letter?
farm here because we need to grow food, and that's what our ancestors did on Earth.
But didn't they have big open fields and giant machines?
Seems to be one
She
big
makes a
family.
good point, dear.
Any questions about the farm? Oh, they are indeed. Colonists still cultivate plant-based. It's less vital to... However,
Oh, that's cool.
these days it's a mix of what you find elsewhere in the galaxy. It was a lot of hardy root vegetables like potatoes, carrot. Good question. It's largely the same because this was the... But you'll notice that the farms here are small. Things here are a little more...
Let's move on. I sort of ran through this
But
area.
for now,
I ran through the area earlier when I went to go scare off the tourists.
Just on the other side of this building, believe it or not. We'll step on through the hallway there. They're not in use anymore, but the colony has faithfully recreated them as a historical exhibit, true to the original purpose of the Titan Astro Base. Sadly, they're undergoing some light renovation. Otherwise, there'd be interactive activities for
Medical
kids to
attention,
learn about how
see
they
Dr.
used to search for microbial life here.
Cool. Oh, that's why I say secure access, huh?
Pardon the dust. But funny you should ask. Sadly, none. See, NASA funded the Titan Astrobase project because conditions seemed ripe for primordial life. They tested many different sites. Well, NASA defunded the xenobiology program in 2132, but a scientist by the name of Catherine Neely proposed research into advanced. So, by 2135, work began on what would ultimately set us all up to create habitats anywhere. These very labs housed the computer systems used in that research. Oh, I'm sorry. I completely forgot to mention that. When NASA divested its interest in the Astrobase and turned it over to the people back in 2185, they renamed it New Homestead and established it.
Cool.
You got it. On to our next. Next, we'll be heading outside, so make sure to check those seals on your suit because it's a bit chilly out there. We're going out into the frozen wastes of Titan to see what power powers this planet. Watch your step outside, by the way. The ice can be slippery if you're not careful. The goal is to keep people out of Dr. Lakota's infirmary.
Back outside I go.
Anyway, where were we? Oh, yes. Powering new Homestead. As you might imagine, generating energy was a real challenge back in the day because the technology was much more crude then. But crude or not, it was that technology that sustained the old Astro base. And it might surprise you to learn that the same technology is still working today. The interesting thing about this old colony is that it's mostly powered by clean, renewable energy.
It's
You'll
nice.
see one of the methods used on the horizon up ahead.
Wind
That's right,
turbines.
New Homestead's famous wind farms. This spot was chosen for the colony in part because of its constant winds. These turbines have been integral to the colony's function since its establishment as a cheap, mostly reliable source of electricity. So, let's... Mostly... there's some...
I can get some brownouts, huh?
Looking at a piece... It's impressive! That was... You're right. Like many worlds... You're the boss! Moving right along, we're going to learn about Titan's great natural resources. Titan is rich with hydrocarbons like methane and ethane. Surely you saw huge pools of the stuff on your descent into New Homestead. I like to think they add to the net.
What was that? Ice deposit.
You could have really hurt someone with that.
Well, there's a random ice deposit on a generator back here. I was confused.
Wrong. I don't think it was even a legal sell, to be honest. The thing was very easy on the eyes. Feathers, all the colors of the rainbow. Nasty bite, though. Wound up in the hospital and almost lost my hand. Still not enough for her to get rid of the dang thing. Anyway, there's a reason she's my ex-wife.
What the hell did I miss in the conversation?
Enough about me. We were talking about methane and other resources, right? Hey, can you believe it? Back in the 20th century on Earth, they used to fight wars over natural resources like this and petroleum. They had this whole moon here basically made of hydrocarbons in their own backyard. They just couldn't get to it. Incredible how far we've come.
We still
New
fight wars.
Homestead is home to one of the oldest and largest methane
Still fight
processing
wars,
plants
it's just
in the settled
over
system.
different shit. Always find a
Every
reason.
year, UC engineers go through a painstaking, month-long maintenance process. That's how this place has remained operational as long as it has. I'm not going to take you too close to the machinery, liability and all, but I can still answer questions. Questions?
Ugh.
Exports mostly, since this world... Of course. Oh, no one's ever asked me that before. It's not as if they shut down for a month. It's not shut... See, this place... During that time, the UC gets more of its resources from other places. Okie dokie,
Let's go.
So, this next stop is a bit of an interesting one. I only recently made it part of the tour. Fun fact, it's also the only natural landmark on the tour. What we're about to see is a glacial spire we affectionately call Ymir's Horn.
Oh, Ymir's.
This colus used to be named after a character
The
in a
Norse,
popular fantasy
the
novel,
Norse
but it was
giant, the
changed
first
a couple
one.
100 years ago to avoid any potential
He was like
litigation.
the giant where everything came from, you know? Like all the gods were made of the giant and all that shit.
And scientists only gave names to groups of
I can't
hills on
100%
a
remember,
planet's
but
surface. So in reality, the term you hear more often is the plural, coles, with an E. You probably don't hear it very often where you're from, because it was usually a term reserved for unexplored planets, back when they didn't have the technology to describe what they were seeing firsthand. Because of that, the term is much more common in the Sol system, but you may still hear it occasionally in reference to uncharted worlds. This planet's full of them, though, and they like to preserve that history here.
we got lead, tungsten, titanium. Oh, they got titanium on this planet? And water. Titanium is some shit I've been looking for.
Here it is. I've heard this particular.
I hear Ymir, who's that?
According to ancient Norse mythology,
Yes.
Ymir was the first Jotun, a frost giant. In the legend, they were both male and female and gave birth to the progenitors of all giants from their armpits. Ymir even predated the Norse gods, who, as it turns out, killed Ymir to fashion the earth and all of humanity from the corpse.
Yep.
It's a fascinating story, and the horn here is a fitting tribute to it. Excellent. Stop then. So, we're gonna head back inside through the methane processing plant. Try not to touch anything on your way. We want to make sure to respect Dr. Lakota's wishes to be safer around here. That brings me to another point. You'll notice the people around here have last names related to where their families originated from on Earth, as a way to remember the past. The museum curator, Maurice Leon, has more information about that if you're interested. You can find him inside the main concourse. Loves talking about it. You'll find most of the locals here are very friendly to tourists like yourself. Tourism is a major draw to this colony these days, and they respect that. Most of them are happy to talk at length about what they do here. Their rugged lifestyle is a point of pride for a lot of these folks.
Their rugged lifestyle.
Yeah, I don't mind the tourists. Help the local economy. This area we're walking through is the nerve center of the plant, where technicians keep an eye on the operation. Since methane production is such an important part of the colony's livelihood, it's important that the techs notice any issues and react to them quickly. Anyway, we're headed into the ice mines. It's a natural spring where water bubbles up from deep below, but due to the cold, it keeps freezing as it reaches the surface.
Alright, sounds interesting, I guess.
You're welcome to keep your suit on if you'd like. As you might expect from a place called the ice mines, it can get a little chilly. It takes miners working daily to clear the ice, melt it down, and keep the water flowing.
You just made it in.
Anything interesting out there?
Some water.
else can I tell you? Not all. So, good question. The ice helps. I wouldn't, but don't worry. Sounds good. We have just one more stop before we're done with the tour, and it just happens to be my favorite. This colony is home to the longest-running establishment still in existence, the Brown Horse Tavern. The Brown Horse started as a simple mess hall for the scientists and workers when the underground was built, but it's been operated by the same family ever since. Now, what's a horse, you might say? They were a large four-legged animal on Earth, often used for transportation or manual labor. Long before space travel was even a dream for the folks of Earth, even before antique machines like automobiles were possible, horses could be found everywhere. You might have seen them in old movies or read about them somewhere. If not, I highly recommend looking into them sometime. They're beautiful animals. The tavern's original owner was infatuated with them, from what I understand.
Made it back to the museum.
Named the place in their honor.
Brown Horse Tavern.
The
Cool.
moniker, Brown Horse Tavern, is also a throwback to names of similar Earth restaurants hundreds of years before it was established. That delicious. Easy. All the other ones fell to ruin when we abandoned Earth. Ooh, that's a tough one. I honestly love every... You want the real answer? Order. Anya Seattle is the current owner of the Brown Horse. It's been in the Seattle... But Anya will be able to tell you more... Okay, then. All right, we're headed to the last stop.
Welcome. I'm on.
Feel free to check out the museum exhibit in the main concourse here. These displays are full of rare Earth trinkets.
Oh, well, thank you for... We've got an assortment. So, what can I do? You mean the Brown Horse? Well, there's a lot of my great-great... Back then... The locals pretty much stay away from chunks, so whenever they don't... Only the tourists eat that junk. He manages the chunks. I love... Let me show you what we have.
Ooh.
Hope you'll be back sometime.
Someone's
would be
got
nice
to talk
get
to
off
Joyce
work.
about this brown house.
Anything back here? Oh, a lot of bourbon and shit. There's some chunk stuff back here. Didn't like it.
You get used to the methane processing smell after a while.
This colony's a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
Well, that's that! Oh, wow.
Feeling
Enjoy the
generous
rest of
today.
your stay. Take care!
But thank God I finished this. I want to go to the store. What do you have?
Well, hello there. Oh, nice. Yo, I'm Jay. I'm happy. Or if you have any questions. Glad you asked. We don't get a lot of off-world. Between you and me, I love them. Most of us are new home. Some are indifferent. But that being said, we used to, but no, we don't really have the only thing we have are... Tell you what, sure thing. I'm also...
Alright, so spacesuits. I thought he had weapons as well. Never mind. Thought he had weapons. Ooh, farming hat. He has resources though that could be useful. You have digisticks? No, you do not. That's unfortunate. Nothing really of use.
Come back anytime.
Anything sitting around here? Alrighty. What are we looking at missions here? Activities. This is about the brownouts. Let's go deliver this package. Wait, where am I delivering this package to? Sidonia. So that's in the Sol system. Local. There we go. Wasn't showing up blue for some reason. I think I talked to like the shipyard manager or something.
Folks from Mars aren't the friendliest, but we're as loyal as they come.
Hello. Where's Sidonia up to? Where the hell am I? Is this where I'm supposed to be? Walk with the ship. What the hell's that? Pretty sure I'm supposed to give it to the shipyard dude. Where the hell is he? It doesn't usually land over there. Is that why I'm so confused?
Got any? Need some work done? You the courier? Star parcel.
So I got 10 grand out of that one.